Hello everybody, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Leah Rodriguez and this is Small Biz Spotlight 210, Season 2, second episode. So thank you so much for supporting what I'm doing here. So if you can please stay till the end of this video, I do have some important information to share with all of y'all. So thank you for being here. If you are new to me, okay, what I'm trying to do with this channel is to put a spotlight on small businesses, artisans, restaurants, vendors, all of that, so we can start helping these small businesses, to help them out. So if you are interested in shopping local and shopping small, this is the channel to subscribe to, okay? So today, we have here Julian Cavazos with Brewjeria coffee. I told you, I am totally addicted to coffee. So when I had the chance to meet with you, I was like, heck yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, yes, it's my pleasure. So first, let's go ahead and do the whole full introduction. Name, family, all of that.
Yeah, so my name is Julian Cavazos. I'm 22 years old. I'm from here, from San Antonio, Texas.
Great. So you were born and raised here in San Antonio?
Yes, born and raised. My dad also born and raised in San Antonio, and my mom was born and raised in McAllen, and she moved here when she was about 18 years old.
Oh, okay. McAllen, woo, represent. Okay, so that was one of the first things I wanted to ask you, because when I saw your Facebook page, I was like, he's young.
Oh, yeah.
Young for a small business. This is not for the faint of heart, starting your small business. I was going to say, like, do you mind me asking your age? But you said 22.
Oh, yeah. 22, yes, I'm 22.
Wow. And I also heard you're a teacher.
Yes, I'm a teacher. This is my first year teaching. I teach at McCullum High School, which is my alma mater. That's where I went to school. And now I'm teaching there 5 short years later.
Wow. So, I don't know about any of y'all, but I thank you. I mean, it's almost like being a veteran now, in the military. I really appreciate everything that teachers do. So I really appreciate that. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of commitment for the love of the kids, for teaching, education, all of that. Thank you.
Of course. And, I wasn't really, I never thought of myself as someone who would become a teacher. I just never thought it was really for me. And I got really fortunate that this opportunity came up in the Harlandale district. I was very fortunate that they, started a program for people with their bachelor's degrees to become teachers and become certified. And, I ended up really enjoying it. I'm having a great time so far.
That's fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
We need more really good teachers.
Yes, yeah.
So, so you did grow up in the Harlandale area here,
Yes.
and you decided to open your coffee shop in here. What was your thoughts behind that?
So I would, unfortunately, I have to admit, it wasn't the first thing that came to mind. It was always, I've always wanted to do something on this side of town, but my priority was always whatever it takes to open the business,
Right.
If it wasn't meant to be here, then, that's just how it goes. Mm-hmm. So originally, I wasn't looking, the first location wasn't actually supposed to be here. I was looking at a location on Pear and Vital that used to be like where they do like the oil changes, just a real small building. And it kind of fell through it, and it didn't really happen. It would have cost a lot more and been a lot more trouble. And throughout the process of me trying to get that place, not even open because it was just still in the very beginning phases of it, but just in the process of me looking, I was driving down down Pleasanton, and I was just looking, I was like, well, where else could I do it if that doesn't work out? I was looking, for lease sign here, for lease sign here, and then I saw the for lease sign here, and I pulled over into the parking lot across the street at El Sol, And I walked here, I took a picture of the for lease sign, and the rest is history. I looked at what the inside looked like, and here we are. Probably, let me see, like 6 months later, 7 months later.
Wow. Well, Southside got lucked out because coffee. Oh my God, coffee.
Yeah, and I was pretty intentional about wanting to put it in a spot where there aren't a whole lot.
Yeah.
And there's not as many here as people would think.
Yeah, Southside, it's growing.
Yes,
It
absolutely.
is really
for
growing
sure.
exponentially, especially with small businesses. But a good coffee shop is very hard to find here in Southside. So, I mean, I am so glad that you're over here because we love coffee.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, so coffee without a doubt is very popular.
Yes.
Very popular. So, why did you choose coffee?
So
This industry is really hard to get into.
So I think it's a combination of things. When I was growing up, we go all the way back to when I was really little. I remember my mom's mom, my grandma. She would we would do like cafe con leche when we were rolling. And it was just like this much coffee and like this much milk. Yeah, it was mostly milk, but.
Yes.
That's where it started, and over time, I started doing more and more coffee, But probably from the time I was maybe 13, pretty much to now, my dad would take my sister and I on Sundays, and we would go and try different shops around town.
Ah.
And we've been to, I don't know, we've probably been to 20 or so, 30. That's coffee trucks, that's brick and mortars, that's, and some we frequent several times, but we had the privilege of trying a bunch of different ones. And then, throughout the time, my priority was tennis. I had played tennis competitively, and it was everything to me. And, I lost the opportunity to continue pursuing that, and that was really hard for me. And, out of that, it was a mix of things. It was a pandemic and everything. Out of that, I was kind of lost, and I was like, I need something to do. It's not good just to kind of be, sitting around, not feeling great. And so I decided to record myself visiting different coffee shops. And I did that, and I put it on Instagram, and my girlfriend and I would go, and she would record and edit because she likes doing that. And I would try the coffee, and I found a lot of places that I really enjoyed. And so it kind of came from that. And I was very fortunate that right before I stopped playing tennis, I met a mentor. And he was very successful in his career and in business. And I meet up with him for coffees, still very regularly. And he was the one to kind of, I wouldn't say instill the confidence, because my parents gave me the confidence from a young age, and also I've always had that sort of self-belief.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the one to kind of give me the kickstart of being able to speak to someone who had done it before. That helped,
Yeah.
It made it a little less scary, because he was able to answer not all, but some of the questions that I really had no idea about.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you have somebody that you can go to, because running a small business in and of itself is really hard. And then for you to be so young, and things are always ever changing. So it's always good to have somebody. And I just really love that grandma story.
Yes. Yeah.
Because many of us that are Hispanics, that y'all are watching, I know y'all are out there, we have that memory of café en la olla or café con leche, and then that grandma sitting in her little kitchen with the taquito bean and cheese.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my grandma too. I have fond memories of that, and
Yes.
the smell of the coffee brewing early in the mornings, because grandma's always woke up really early in the morning, and that really, really resonates with me. I think that is the best kind of foundation to have to open a business.
Oh, thank you.
Because that memory, that triggers, you want that love that you felt through that memory, you give it to your customer.
Yes.
You try and give that to your customer.
And it's, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But it's funny because I've actually haven't told that story before. I've told the story of my dad taking, my sister and I, and this is the first time I've actually told the story of my grandma. But as you were talking about it, I got more memories of it. She would make that for us, and she would do the pan tostado with the butter and the toast and
On the iron skillet.
Yes, exactly. And so I remember my sister and I. That's where we would go. Well, we were very young, so that's where we would spend most of our time. But yeah, it was nice. I haven't told that story before, but that's probably my first memories of trying coffee.
Mm-hmm. It's the best. You can never get back to that taste that you had with Grandma. Y'all need to just go call Grandma right now. Go call Grandma. Go give her a hug. All the fun memories of coffee. Yes. So, but the love of coffee is just not enough to jump into this kind of business.
Absolutely.
How difficult was it to learn about all the beans, the coffee beans and everything?
I think I was at a bit of an advantage in some ways, and I always knew I wanted to go into business. The big question mark I always had, and my best friend and I, we've always talked about, starting businesses, and we had a conversation where we were like, when are we gonna start our first one? And we were like, well, hopefully in 2 years. And that was like 6 months ago. So we're ahead of schedule. But you're right. That's not enough. I think I was at a bit of an advantage because of all the shops I'd been to. I was able to know, what do I like? What do I not like? As a customer, what do I think works? What doesn't work so much? And that's really what, that was probably the final push to kind of get me like, okay, well, let me try it. I know what I like, I know what I don't like from the customer's perspective. Let me see if I can try and, put my own spin on it in the way that I would enjoy as a customer. And I think that comes through in our menu, it comes through in, some flavors that we have. I've tried at other places, and I know that I enjoyed it, and they don't offer them everywhere. The way we do things, the types of beans we use, it was a lot to learn, but I think I had the confidence in myself to trust what I know that I like.
Right. Yeah, that's always very difficult when you're starting a business, is to find out what is my niche, who am I targeting, what demographic, and all of that. It's everything that you have to think about before starting the business. So before I get into all the flavors and everything, I want to ask you, where did you get that name? Where did that come from?
So it's kind of funny. I always tell people it's one of those things where, I was thinking about it and I couldn't figure it out, and then when I stopped thinking about it, that's when it came to me. I had told my parents, and this is, I guess backtracking a little bit, but I told them I'm gonna start a coffee shop. They're like, okay, good, good for you. I've always been like, oh, I'm gonna start this and start that. So they're like, good for you. So if you're serious about it, start looking into it. And I was like, oh, I signed the lease already. Like I told them, it was kind of scary because I've always had this habit of when I have good news, I want to tell people. And sometimes you tell people good news too early and things happen. And,
and
so,
it doesn't fall through.
Yes, and so this I was very like, until I know what's going to happen, let me not tell anybody. And so I told them, and they were like, oh, wow, okay, so it's happening. And a couple days later, we were thinking, we were like, man, what should it be? What should it be? And I can't even remember. There were a lot of names we threw out there, and I can't even remember them right now. And we're like, I don't know. This one sounds too funny. This one doesn't sound right. And then I was in the shower. I had to go take a shower, and so I was in the shower, and I thought, oh, Brewjeria, that's funny. And then I came out of the shower, and I still just had like my towel on, and I told my parents I was still wet and dripping. And I told my parents, I was like, I got it, Brewjeria, kind of as a joke.
Right.
And
it's a play on
yes,
words.
yes.
Yeah.
And my dad thought it was funny and he laughed. And my mom thought it was funny, but she was like, I actually think that's a good idea. And I was like, really? You know, it's silly. It's kind of, I don't know. And then there was one other name, I wish I remembered. There was one other name that we were kind of between.
Uh-huh.
And then in the end, I don't know, Brewjeria just became like, we considered it more seriously. And then people liked it. People liked the name. And so it's just one of those things where, you know, we were trying to figure it out and we couldn't. And then when I was like, didn't take it so serious, that's when it came to us.
The best ideas always happen in the shower.
Yes. Yeah.
I've heard a lot of small business owners say, take a pen, pencil, and a pad into the bathroom. And when you're taking a shower, when it comes to you, you have it there and write it down.
And if I hadn't told my parents, I don't know if that would be the name now. If I hadn't told, because it was them thinking that, oh, maybe that is a good idea, that made me actually like take it seriously. Because I thought it was just funny, and I was like, I don't know. And if I hadn't told them, I don't know if that would be the name now.
Well, I love it. It's a play on words, but being Hispanic, we have this love of brujas and everything. And then you're in the South Side, so exactly. It works even more. Who did the whole logo for you?
This one, I actually had it done. I just reached out to a freelancer through Fiverr, which I'd never used before, but I know that a lot of businesses use Fiverr for a range of different things. And that was not a challenge in itself, but you never know. You know, you're giving somebody a lot of money.
Right,
and,
right.
How is it going to come out and all this? But I was very happy. The only change we had made was the coffee cup was very small, and so we told them, I like it, but can you make it just a little bigger? But this was my dad's idea. He had the inspiration for the logo that it should be, like a gypsy casting a spell over, that was him, and I just relayed that to the artist, and they were able to make it happen.
Yeah, that size. Let me tell you, when I make my coffee, it's
that size, yeah.
like a soup bowl.
Yep.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad we did it. All right. So now we can get back. Okay. So I do notice that you do offer more than just coffee.
Yes.
You have tea.
We have teas. We have like your regular, hot teas, and then we also have matcha, which is very popular with the high school kids right next door. They love matcha, and we teamed up with a brand called Mira Matcha, which they're a local brand, and they're doing very well. Also, they're brand new also. And now we offer pastries. The pastries aren't always the same. 1 week we had different breads. We had banana bread, pumpkin bread. A couple weeks we had cookies. We're going to have cake pops soon. So we're trying different things. We really want to see what the customers respond to. But yeah, we're trying different things.
And you have hot chocolate for the kids.
Yes, we have hot chocolate. We have all your, your typical espresso drinks as well. We have our own special items that, our own, recipes, I guess, that are our best sellers. So people really like those. We have one called the Local Cocoa, and we have the Love Potion. And those are our two that are on the special menu, but they're gonna be here to stay.
I like that Love Potion, because then it also goes in with the
Yes.
it ties it on.
Yep.
Love that. Yes. Love that. Okay, so what is your most popular flavor so far?
So as far as drinks go, it's the Local Cocoa. The Local Cocoa is our best seller, and that idea came from a couple different drinks I've tried at other places. I love chocolate. Ironically enough, though, it's not my favorite drink on the menu. But the reason why, and we always tell customers this, it is a sweet drink. Like, it's on the sweeter side. And the more that I've gotten into coffee, the more I like strong coffee. Younger me, like teenage me, would have loved the Local Cocoa because it's you get the coffee, but it's just real sweet. I don't go for that as much personally anymore. but it is our best seller. People love it, and it's chocolate with vanilla, coconut, and caramel.
Ooh, that does sound good.
It tastes kind of like a German chocolate type of, coconut. And all the flavors are very subtle, but they work very well together. So that's our best seller, and our second best seller is the Love Potion, and that one came from me trying rose in my coffee at a shop here in town. And I thought, rose, I don't know how that's gonna go. I like the way, I like rose scented things, I always have. And I know people put lavender in drinks.
Yeah.
And so I was like, rose, let me try it. And so I got vanilla, I did a vanilla latte with rose, and I liked it. And so I thought, okay, let's do something similar. So our Love Potion is the espresso, vanilla, coconut, and rose. And so it's also pretty sweet. I wouldn't say as sweet as the local cocoa, but it's still pretty sweet, and it's got an into the rose, and people really like that one, which I did not expect, to be honest. I didn't expect that to be a bestseller. I thought people would be too much like rose. I don't know.
Yeah. No, but that's interesting. Can you make that for
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Y'all want to do see a demonstration?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go do that.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, so first we grind the beans, and then we break up any clumps that might be in there so we get a more even distribution. Press it down once. Again.
Oh, it already smells amazing.
And then we get the flavors ready. It's 3 vanillas, 1 coconut, and 1 rose for that hint of rose. Then we have that nice crema on top of the espresso. Pour that in there.
So you can have this either hot or on ice.
Yes, you either have this hot or iced. So that you have this thing in the milk, stay a little frothy.
Wow, I can see all the steam.
Potion Hot.
This one's called Love Potion.
Yes, this is the Love Potion. This is one of our best sellers, I should say. There you go.
All right, let me give it a good taste. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everybody, it's really hot. This is Love Potion. It has rose in it. Y'all gotta try this one, no joke. You do taste the rose, but it's not like, ugh, rose.
Yeah, it's not enough to scare people off.
Right.
It's just something different.
Really, really in the back of your palate, it's really good. All right. No wonder people like it.
Yep.
That's
Thank you so much.
Who thinks of these? You come up with all of these on your own?
I do, yeah. A lot of them are just from drinks that I've tried in the past. But also those are, I think of things that maybe I would like, and then I see, well, other people like them, and some of them are gonna hit, and some of them aren't. And I just got lucky that the 2 original drinks I came up with, both are doing very well.
Those are really good.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. So that one's not seasonal. That is permanent on your menu.
Yes, I originally anticipated it to be seasonal, but the Loco Coco and the Love Potion have done so well that we're going to keep them on the permanent
Oh,
menu.
fantastic. I'm going to come back to more of that one.
Great.
What other seasonal ones that are coming up? This is January, so what do you have?
Yeah, so right now we're closing out the winter season. If you've been here, you know that we're gonna have our peppermint mocha, a couple other peppermint flavored drinks. We'll have our Christmas cookie latte, and we're gonna have our Grinch matcha.
Still in January.
Yes, still in January. We'll have them. It'll be near the end of the season. We'll be getting ready to reveal some new ones for the spring, but you'll still be in time to enjoy the winter ones.
Oh my God, that peppermint mocha.
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. Those are really good. So, okay. Thank you, by the way, for the demonstration.
Of course.
Now, another thing that I wanted to bring to all you viewers, when you come over here, you have rewards and punch cards.
And a punch card, yes.
So, can you talk about that?
So the rewards work, on a points basis. I believe it's it's 1 point. Yes, it's 1 point for every dollar spent, and once you hit a certain amount of points, you get a free drink. We want to reward our regulars, and they certainly take advantage of it in the best way, because we have people that have gotten the free drinks from the rewards, and we have people that are getting the free drinks from the punch cards, and those are also every time you're a first-time customer. We always ask, have you gotten a punch card? Have you gotten a punch card? Because we want to make sure that we reward those people that come back and support our business.
Right.
It's great for people to just, to stop in one time and try it. And, maybe it's for you, maybe it's not for you. But for those that this is for you and you want to come more often, we think you deserve a little something.
Yeah. Hey, guys, that better reason to bring a friend. You'll get
Exactly, yeah.
you get the rewards for that as well.
Yep.
So another thing that I really, really love, besides you having the rewards and the punch cards, is that makes you different from a lot of other coffee places, is your social media presence with other coffee shops. So you had last year an event that I thought was so fantastic, was that coffee crawl.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
So the coffee crawl, that was very interesting. It came randomly before we even were open. We had already signed up, so it was kind of like, oh man, it's real now. Like we needed it. The pressure was on. So we got ready for it, and it was kind of a full circle moment, because there were some shops on the list of the crawl that were shops that I would frequent when I didn't have a coffee shop. So that was kind of a cool moment that now we're on the same list, we're participating in the same event.
Yeah, that to me is fantastic, and I think people that takes is a testament of San Antonio.
Yes.
That we are, as little small businesses, it's it's a lot. It's a struggle to keep your own business afloat. But the support that we have for each other, that says a lot about small business communities.
Absolutely. You know, our not our grand opening, our soft opening happened on September 21st, and that was a whole ordeal just to get there. And I was hoping for 30 to 50 customers. 50 customers would have been like amazing. And we got 160 customers on that soft opening day. And I apologize to people because there was a wait, but man, we were not expecting that turnout. It was amazing. The community really came out and supported us, and it was awesome. It was a gift.
Yeah, definitely. Southside here, we're very, very much trying to support each other and small businesses, especially since we know that you're from here, from this neighborhood. We're all out for you. And so I really like that you've gotten into with other coffee shops as well. I love that. So are you going to be planning any more events like that?
Yes, so we've partnered up with a nonprofit called Bear and Beyond, and they're here for the community to try and get them resources, and we're having it. Our first event with them was in November, and they came here, and we were able to get some resources for people, and the people that were here to donate also got to come in and enjoy some coffee.
Nice.
We do pop-ups. Usually the pop-ups happen when the opportunity arises, when we're invited. We're not pursuing that aggressively right now, but for sure, we have events going on. We have nonprofits we're working with. We're working on our own nonprofit, hopefully. I don't know if that's a immediate thing, but for sure that's a goal. Moving forward, that's a goal that we have, and so we have a lot of things going on.
A lot of things going on. That's fantastic. That's good. Being in the community is very important. Okay, guys. Let's ask. Where do we find all this out? What social media platforms are you on?
So we are at Brewjeria Coffee SA is our Instagram. Brewjeria Coffee is our Facebook. We will be on TikTok soon, if we're not already, and it's probably the same name, But yeah, we're trying to be all over social media right now. We're trying to be active on social media, doing our best,
Very important.
That's another place that we're getting a lot of good support. The media has been helping us out a lot of publications, a lot of magazines and newspapers have been talking about us, so it's all been a big gift. A big gift.
Great. That's good to hear. And can you tell our viewers your address here?
Yes, so our address is 1900 Pleasanton Road. We're in Suite 2, but you can just look for the sign that says Brewjeria, and we're right under it.
Nice little corner.
Yes.
With beautiful, excuse me, chairs and a sofa. Very Friends vibe.
Yes, absolutely. That's what we're hoping for.
So, lastly, my last question is, okay, the last time I was here, I saw that you are fur baby friendly.
Yes. I think how does my mom put it? We're friendly as long as they're friendly, Absolutely. No, absolutely. We'll come in. We do pup cups on the house because we just
pup cups. That's
absolutely
cute.
Yes, we do the pup cups on the house. We just think, I have a dog. My sister and my mom, we each have dogs, and when we get to take them out, it's a treat because we know that it's not always in the cards.
Right.
So yeah, I always appreciate when people come in and choose to come here.
Oh, you can have a little breakfast, coffee with your special fur baby.
Exactly.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh my goodness, this was amazing, guys. Y'all gotta try this coffee. And I can't wait for all your other events that y'all have.
Oh, yes.
That coffee crawl was amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, so guys, if y'all are in the neighborhood, and even if you're not, and you need to get your coffee, you need to wake up in the morning, get your fuel, this is the place to come with new flavors coming up for every season, and some that'll stay here, like this love potion.
Yes.
Try it, it's good. All right. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you so
for
much. I
everything.
appreciate it. Yes.
Oh
thank
my
you.
gosh, this is fantastic.
So
I've always wanted to do a coffee house because I'm super.
well, I'm glad we were able to make it happen. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you to everybody else here who stayed to the end of this episode. Thank you so much. So for the important information is one, if y'all can just give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, please, because I am doing this free of charge to any small businesses here in San Antonio and the surrounding areas. And the likes and the subscribes really help to get their names out there, right? Because we want them to get more customers. So with that, if you have a small business or you know somebody that has a small business and would love to be on my channel, please let them know that they can email me at smallbizspotlight210@gmail.com, or you can even leave a comment below, okay? And if y'all can leave me a comment, which one is your favorite flavor? Even if it's seasonal.
Yes.
Mine, I really love the peppermint mocha.
Okay. Great.
And the one that you had last year, the pumpkin spice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like everybody, love that pumpkin spice. Okay, guys, so for next week, for next Thursday, I am going to have Becca Engel. Now, she is an author. Let me get the name of the book because I want to make sure I say it. Step Into My Shoes. That is a children's book. She wrote a children's book to make sure that we get autism awareness out there. So I think that's super important. Please tune in next week for Becca Engel, author. And hit that like and that subscribe, and we'll see you next week, next Thursday. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye.